Alright, what's up everybody? So... Alright, so let me swap projects here. So, one thing I wanted to do is go through the existing handlers that have duplicates. So, for example, in the bucket module, we have things like this, which are yeah, this isn't a good example. Let me go to here, grant handler. So what I'm thinking is that instead of doing the actual cache logic here, I might just abstract it out and do grant cache handler. And then what I can do is copy these methods here to then be reused so that if I have to change them, I change them once. So then what I'm thinking is do private final map UID list. That should be wrappers. I have to remove my override annotations and then compose. Huh. Yeah, actually I can do that. Yeah, because I can just do grants for expiry. This I can copy out. Write once. And then... Huh. Scheisse. God damn it. Alright. Let's back up for a sec. So, this function to return the grants to the user has to be able to modify. Okay. So then what we would do is very simple. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Cyclic dependencies. Ugh. I really don't like this, but it is actually more maintainable than the alternative. So, what we're gonna do is this, come back here, we want this function again. We want to come here, paste it in. And then this has to be replaced with this to grant handler. And then, realistically, I'm assuming this is telling me duplicate. Yeah, I know. So what then should be able to happen is I can come up here. I can remove the wrappers. I can then do private final. It should define its new... Actually, the final initialization should be up here. Huh. Yeah, actually that should work. because what I can do is I can do this dot should in theory be fine because these functions are already defined. They shouldn't call anything undefined, as by this time this should all be initialized. I'll test it. I'm assuming, yeah, this has to be returned, this should be returned with this dot wrappers. Okay, that already exists. The frick? Oh, I thought it was calling a map for a sec. This should just be return this dot cache, grant cache, get grants from internal cache, select cache, internal cache. This realistically should only get called if I do actually that technically returns. Okay, it doesn't have to return a null, or it doesn't have to throw. What technically could happen, yeah, no, could be an interesting dilemma, because what I'm thinking will happen is this should be made public because I want it to be reachable. So much shit happen. At this level it's private, this level it's public because it's a dependent, and then I could statically analyze that right quick. Let's see. It will, because the inheritance it should drop down in the constructor. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, that should be fine. So then what we can do is that. Go here. That should be fine. This dot grant handler dot register grants. This dot grant unregistered grants. Grant grants cash locally. This itself can just be replaced. No, it can't. What needs to be done is this needs to return this the grant process. Come up to the top, but this can be removed. Why do I feel like this is it's just a naming thingy? So then if I come here, cool. Class 1, done. And then I'm going to compile this so that I know I'm not doing anything stupid before I get too far ahead. We'll test to lobby. I have a backup. I'll do... Alright, let's see here. It's uploading. Alright, so grant handler is done, appears to work fine. Let me log in to make sure that this is the case before I eat my words, just because... Actually, I can't log in yet, I have to wait, so I'll give it a minute. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let me just join lobby right quick, make sure I got my roles. I do. Nice. Yep. Cool. So, let's move on to the next one. So the next one here. Yeah, string evasion. Wrapper. Cool. We need a concurrent map to ensure that we don't. So this. Should be copied out. not initializing, it's fine. This should be replaced with this dot evasion handler dot register evasion file. This can be replaced with this dot evasion profile dot register. That can be removed, that can be removed. I can then come over here. I can do the same thing. I can do evasion cache handler. Clean this up. Cool, so that one's done too. We will quickly boot. Proxy itself, I don't think listens for that. I think it is purely right now. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay, cool. That's good. Okie doke. What we can do is upload this, make sure it works first of all. That's Bungie, the score. Alright. Let's see. It uploaded. Start the server and see. Alright, so no errors on that one either. So next module. Disguises, I might just leave because it's like there's not really much to change, or at least not much I care to right now. Evasion, grants is done. Homes I didn't finish yet as I want to figure out how I want to handle teleporting there. Notes I could do. So cache dot note cache handler. What we can then do is compose. Actually, no, we can't because these ones are tied to the specific repositories. Huh. Yeah, I guess I don't actually have to for this one. Rank should be the same, I believe, yeah. And then, what else is there? Whole. Thing, whole itself also, yeah. I love it. Let's see, tags, I don't think, yeah, no, those are stored locally right now. I should add SQLite. I'm actually gonna do that. Do I want to do that now? Nah, yeah, we'll do that. In a sec. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything else here. Poll profiles should also use just their internal. Yeah. Proof. This one actually, yeah, has its own. 'Cause it itself is just a list. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. What did I just do? Why don't these have... Okay, never mind. No, I understand, because these have different list models than they do. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, in case anybody doesn't clue into why I composed here, I actually forgot why I did myself, but the reason I did compose this rather than, say, inherit it through the repositories is because this list grant wrappers is not equivalent to what is stored in the database. What is stored in the database is actually a grant list, which means I have to do an express transformation into it. So I didn't want to tie it to the repository, as that could kind of look dirty, or at least it did when I first implemented it. So that actually makes sense. Okay, evasion as well, it kind of makes sense. Or does it actually? It might not. Yeah, it doesn't actually make sense. Cool, let's clean that up. Let's clean that up further. What we're gonna do is come here. This should be a Mongo map repository. This should be a string evasion profile wrapper. And then what should happen is revoke that. Come up here to evasion repository MySQL. Cool, I already did for that one. Cool. Come down here, remove that. This dot evasion. Cache. Wrap that for null safety. We then this dot has key. This dot get cache. The evasion profile. We're gonna go to the GitHub and borrow it, because I'm not recoding that, I'm lazy. Evasion, handler, Mongo. Alright, one sec. So now we gotta do it for this one too. This should just be duplicated because it's only a single piece of code. Well, I guess I technically can make util, but it'd be stupid. I'm not doing that. This dot MySQL evasion, get all values from cache. Does my Mongo evasion handler not have that? Get all values. Huh, I guess I never updated the repository system on this. I'll have to do that later. Because I've made some changes, though not overly much. Okay, remove, cool. Man, I don't think there was any more split up. Actually, one, I believe, yeah, here. We will separate this because it follows the same principle as grants. We will copy this portion. Gotta remove that. We'll want to come over to the actual punishment handler. We'll definitely need this function for sure. We'll want to transfer this over. Remove that. Okay, what we can then do is just do punishment, register punishments. Punishments dot unregister. This dot cache dot clear internal cache. Then this should just return this dot So then what should happen is we can cut that out. Collector is kinda needed, I'm assuming. Yeah, ever so slightly. And then if I come here, shouldn't be any duplicates. Nope. Each should have one implementation, 2 usages. Yep. Cool. Clean. But I believe it's in memory here. Redis based in memory. Alright, so guess what we'll do is the reclaim add-on now. So I'm going to quickly set up the project. Example protobuf. Where is that? Here. Let me just prepare it right quick. I'm just gonna claim API. I don't need Scylla. I do not need Redis. I technically don't need X series. I definitely don't need caffeine. No, I don't need caffeine. I want it. I don't need it. Well, I'll add it in case I use it. Hikari I'm gonna need. Maybe. No, I don't. I can use this QLite. Because reclaims are usually per server anyways. So keep a minimal build. Which be Hephaestus to reclaim. Yep. And then we'll have to rename Quest. I don't need Scylla. Definitely don't need Hikari. Definitely don't need that. I'll keep text and lang. I can remove X series. Keep menu for now. Keep that. Keep that. Remove Mongo. Remove Redis. Keep Guava. Remove. Keep caffeine just in case. That is minimal. Yep. Util. So what should happen? Let me check this. I don't need NBT API. Can remove that. Did I remove that? Yeah, I did. Cool. So then I should just be... Eagle open, Hephaestus reclaim. So then there's going to be 4 main changes I need to make here. First of which being the proto files. This should be replaced with .hephaestus.reclaim. I'm going to copy that. That should be replaced. Done. This can be refactored. Fish can... This should be refactored to claim, delete, refactor this to get myself some music going. Let's see. So So, the player that owns the reclaim. They're the player reclaiming player. Created add, and then the reclaimed rank. What should then be done here is do syntax proto 3 and actually send message. And then I will want repeated and import log.proto. I would want repeated so then what should happen is bool cat. So, what should happen is two things. First of all, I have to generate my proto models. Then I need to go through and create my handlers. So, a few things. What we can do is private final profile outer. Looks weird. Did I? No, it definitely did. Message proto. Syntax proto 3 package cc and cvs Hephaestus for claim profile. Oh. What is going on here? There we go. So I think it was just an IntelliJ bug. What the frick? Okay, something is not. One sec, guys. Okay, I'm very confused. I think it's just an indexing issue, but we're gonna check just to make sure. Or did I? Yeah, so these are in the API, the profile. Yeah, to right directory. Okay, that's irregular. What is going on here? Oh. Is my package not being executed properly? This should be replaced with Hephaestus. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's because there's errors. Build errors. That needs to be the... no it doesn't. I don't need it. Actually, I need part of it, not the full thing. Don't need that. Definitely need that. Don't need that. Actually, no, I don't need that. What should happen is it should generate now. Okay. This can't be remapped. If I try doing that, it does not work well. Now done. HIDs, actually. Actually, no, I don't need to. Yes, doesn't really matter. Okay. So. Get the value from database. I should be open. So, what should happen is a few things. First of all, get reclaim ID, get the rank, get the reclaim commands. Then we need to make the setter methods. So first set reclaim ID. If this dot get reclaim ID b dot equals reclaim ID, return this. Do not do the unnecessary reconstruction. What should happen is all this gets added. Public reclaim wrapper. This can be null, can't it? Yeah. Wait. Yeah, that won't work, because what needs to... That should get copied, and then do builder.clear commands add all commands. Actually, I can just use this to set them. That's it. Public boolean has reclaim command. Return this to reclaim. Otherwise, add removes. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, cool. This should be... What we can do is move that away, and then come up to here. Repository, not reclaim repository. SQLite map. So reclaim repository is done. Add, remove, get all, void, save to database, remove from database, void, get from database, that this should be replaced with an optional, and a consumer. Oh, I need to get all from database too, huh? So then when we initialize it, we will basically just paste this twice, do reclaim handler. I should run my load logic. I believe that should be a majority of that. And then profile. Alright, so then we can register these in our handler here. Stream.of for each order. This.Hephaestus, switch to module, new profile handler. This.instance, new reclaim handler. This.instance. Set up our configs, so claim messages, config. You can create delete. That should be a config annotation. That should be path. That needs to be removed. This needs to be replaced with config. This. That. Alright. Alright. Let's see. What time is it? It's 5:13 a.m. Alright, so I am gonna head to bed, but I will be on tomorrow to stream. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And yeah, have a good night, guys.